Well, hello there again. You are inside of ML Bailey Consultants Live. I'm Marcelyn Bailey, and I'm talking about trainings that I've used to make me better in my business and to make my business better. As you all know, I offer stress management consulting. And when I started looking into stress management, I started because I needed it. I was overwhelmed with the responsibilities I had at home with my family, my husband, my children, our financial situations, my responsibilities for my extended family, like our my in-laws and my parents. And so it was just a stressful time. And I needed something to help me to get through the day without pulling my hair out. And so I started looking into stress management because I wanted to figure out how I could how I could help myself. Interestingly, as I looked into stress management, I started also seeing women in my private practice who were coming to me for brief therapy. And these women were complaining of physical concerns. They were having headaches. They were having irregular periods or no periods at all. They were not able to sleep well. They would either wake up around 2 or 3 in the morning, or they couldn't fall asleep quickly. Also, they felt like they had been in a fight through the night because when they woke up, they were not well rested at all. So, we started talking about that. They were talking about the anxiety they felt as well as the depression they were experiencing. And it occurred to me that not only could I help myself by studying uh, stress management, I could help these women as well. And so I wanted to take the time to talk about the trainings and that I've taken in stress management, the courses that I've taken in stress management, to give you a sense of the um, the extended study, the extensive study that I've accomplished in my quest to manage my own stress as well as to help others. So the course of study that I took was a continuing education course that included 8 distinct classes, and it was an independent study course. So I could, of course, go at my own pace, and but it required reading, studying, as well as exams at the end of each course, and I had to submit an evaluation in order to get my certificate of completion for each course. Each course that I took was at least 8 contact hours long. And a contact hour represents an hour of instruction. So if a class has 8 contact hours, then there's 8 hours of instruction. In total, my entire course of study was a total of 210 contact hours. So it began with an introduction to stress management. And among other things, this was the basic stress management course. But among other things, I learned contemporary theories of stress management. I also learned the physiology of of the stress response. And as you know, I've talked about the stress response. And another way to describe the stress response is the fight or flight response. But I also learned in that course about chronic stress and the implications of experiencing chronic stress. The second class I took was a clinical stress management class, and this class focused on the theories regarding how stress affects the mind, body, and spirit. And it emphasized a holistic approach to treating distress. And distress is the type of overwhelming stress that causes us to want to stay in bed. It makes it very difficult to function throughout the day. And it's very debilitating. So this course emphasized a holistic approach to treating distress. And it also focused on evidence-based therapeutic interventions. The next course was an intermediate level relaxation course. It shared relaxation strategies. And those strategies, in addition to the theories, the methods, and the strategies for teaching relaxation, it also included comprehensive information about breath work, guided imagery, and meditation. This course was quite interesting to me, and I enjoyed it a lot because of the breath work. And I use a lot of breath work with my clients, and I use breath work myself. Breathing is the absolute best way to settle the stress response and settle yourself and calm yourself. This course, the intermediate level course on relaxation strategies, was followed by a course dedicated to meditation, and it covered the various traditions of meditation, including Zen theory, Buddhist meditation, as well as Christian meditation. I also took an alternative therapies course, and that taught natural care interventions, as well as aromatherapy, nutrition, and food. And I'd like to recommend aromatherapy to my clients. Also, I talk to them about mindful eating because oftentimes when we're stressed, we're feeling anxious, our appetite changes. We either eat more than we're accustomed to or we eat less. And so I talk to them about eating mindfully. I then took a course that was dedicated to post-traumatic stress disorder. And as many of you know, this disorder is an anxiety related disorder. And so it covered many facets of the disorder as well as stress management interventions that were useful in the treatment of post-traumatic stress disorder. I also took a course on self-hypnosis, and although I don't use or teach self-hypnosis with clients, it was very useful. This course was useful because it helped me to understand the science behind self-hypnosis as well as how it's used. Finally, I took a course on stress management therapies and interventions. This course focused specifically on practical exercises as well as experiential learning across therapeutic modalities. So that is how I have prepared to deliver comprehensive stress management consulting to my clients. Well, that's it for now. I'm Marcelyn Bailey. I hope you have a great evening. And as always, take good care.